Alrighty, so this is my first Dead by Daylight video, but I was playing the event, playing as a new killer that I've never played as, maybe like two other times today, um, two times ever, and I was playing as Legion, and I came across a at least three-person Swift with flashlights. And I immediately knew that I had to start recording because I had Franklin's on and a few other perks that were going to be pretty good against these guys. So I'm just going to show you this round, describe what my thoughts are. Um, I also had Breakdown. Perk in the right where when they drop a pallet they become hindered, although I'm not sure that really helped me in this round. I know Franklin's did, as well as one of the add-ons that I equipped when I saw the three-person flashlight squad was when you get two chain hits they immediately drop their items, so either way they were going to lose their flashlights. Mind the fact that for the first few minutes I'm moving a little wonky and my camera's a little crappy. Because I'd adjusted my sensitivity. You can see I go over here, I get him to drop the pallet, I try and mind game him. I get stuck on the wall a few times in this area. Don't know why I swung there, to be honest. Well, I try and mind game him here, but unfortunately because my camera's so wonky I wasn't able to. Also don't know why I swung there. I do wait it out and get a hit there though, and then I think this is where I go into frenzy. Yep. I go back, I vault the window, because, you know, I can. I unfortunately don't get any chain hits with frenzy here. I think the rest of the gameplay is pretty smooth in my part. There we go. Yeah, he dropped that. That's why I like party pallets in this event, luckily. Yeah, luckily here I get I think I get 3 chain hits. I hit him again just because. I don't know how I whiffed that one. Don't know why I swung there either. I knew there was someone on that gen. I don't know why I swung again. Yeah, you can see they're trying to blind me, but good thing is I resist going into frenzy here because I knew if I got a basic hit, I would get them to drop their item with Franklin's. There it goes. I've hit all of them at least. Yeah, go into frenzy here again. I vault the window. I don't know why I hit there. I think I meant to vault. Luckily, he screwed up right there, so I was able to drop him. This guy has boil over, so I decided to drop him because I wasn't going to make it to a hook, and I didn't have iron grasp on yet. Got a hit on him. I got caught on a log there, but I did get a hit right there. I did that to end frenzy just because I knew he was going to go down in the basement. He plot twisted right there, which was an interesting choice. considering none of his teammates were in the area and none of them would have had flashlights to save him. I don't think the Nick Cage was part of the Swift, actually. Um, by his endgame build, I think he was a little newer compared to the others. And I see there's someone right there, so I go for the Dwight. He gets backed into a corner. I decide to go to the basement because I'm pretty sure there's someone down there. They're upstairs. I see he's in the locker, so I go ahead and just grab him. I thought I had heard someone else in a locker down here. Looking back, they were upstairs, not in the locker. Checking the gens just because we're already down to 2 gens. Stop there for a listen. I missed that, but that's fine. He vaults it, so I end up going back down the stairs because I'm pretty sure he was gonna come back around. Thought I saw scratch marks in the basement. See the Vittoria, so I'm going for him. Again, I had tried to vault it. So I just do this and try and mind game him, end up downing him. Going back to check this gen, just because I'm pretty sure there's still people in the area, and I turn out to be right because the Steve is upstairs. I get a little turned around in this area, so unfortunately I end up not using my frenzy. So I just decide to go through the M1 here because I knew there was no pallet. I whiff it because unfortunately I'm still getting used to her lunge attack. I don't... Okay. Yeah, I restrain there. I decide to just hook him over there because he has boilover. They're back in that gen, so I decide to go check it. Sadly, I think, looking back on it, that was red herring because they weren't anywhere in the area. I see they're in this area, so I decide to do frenzy, but unfortunately I whiff it again. I hit the locker. He goes ahead and tries to throw it. I whiff that though. So I go back into frenzy. I do, however, get a hit. It does knock me out of frenzy, but at least I depointed him, you know. Keep chasing him. Tries to fake me out, but I do end up getting him there. Making sure no one's around to pallet save. Luckily they're not. He tries to flashbang me there. He gives me a free hit, and I do have the anniversary power, so I just remote hook him, and then I go straight after, at least I try and go straight after the Victoria, but I have no clue where he went. I thought he was still in the area, so I went into Feral Frenzy, but unfortunately it did not seem like he was there. I did get a hit on the Steve though. Saw that there were 2 people on that gen, or 1 person on that gen. There he is. They're back over unhooking, so I go straight there. And then I still get him. He stands there. This guy kept trying to teabag me. I don't know why I did that. I get rid of that, and he ends up going straight towards an exit. No Way right now is activated though, so unfortunately he will not make it. I whiff it. Oh, that shouldn't have connected in my opinion, but oh well. As you can see, I'm pretty confident that none of them have flashlights, so I'm just downing people and picking them up immediately. I go straight for... Well, I grab that and then I go straight for an exit because I have a feeling they're going to be near an exit gate because that's what survivors tend to do. I spot someone, so I go into Feral Frenzy just to get a deep wound, maybe someone. End up stopping Feral Frenzy here to down him. I was gonna whiff it there, but good thing I waited. I get him with Feral Frenzy. I go up here to try and get this dude, but he pallet sends me, which I just let him. I dropped that pallet though. I hear the Steve, so I go straight for him. I whiff the first time. I don't the second time though. Trying to find him so I don't have to like look down, but unfortunately I could not find him there for a second, so I ended up just grabbing the Nick Cage. They end up getting the exit gate open, but the good thing is I have Bloodward, so there she goes. I go over to try and find the Steve. I find him. He has crawled up the stairs and had gotten healed, so I go straight for him in Feral Frenzy. Mostly do it here for the speed because I know they're all going to be at the gate. So I deep wound him and then I go straight for the gate because they're both over there. Hit Dwight and then I go straight for Nick Cage. I hit him. Or that's not Nick Cage, my bad, that's Vittorio. He tries to flashbang me there and then goes around the corner. My Blood Warden was active, so unfortunately he did not escape. I thought I heard someone still in the exit, but they are crouched nearby. So I just grab Vittorio. I go straight to the hook out there, which is unfortunately a mistake. You'll see why here in a second. He is dead on hook, so he just ends up dying there. I go over here. This is where I hear the groaning. I find the Steve. This is unfortunately where my mistake at getting Vittorio there was. Because there is no nearby hook and this guy has boilover. So I go ahead and drop him there to try and see if I can block the Dwight from leaving because Blood Warden is no longer active. I wait here for a bit and see Steve. So I pick him up to try and go hook him. But unfortunately, his boilover gets me right here. And he rushes towards the exit. I thought to go Feral Frenzy him and maybe see if I can get the Dwight. Unfortunately, I had no idea that the Dwight was at the other exit. So that was that game. I did get 2 people. One of them was the flashlight squad. You see me here. The Steve was a P100, and the Dwight was a P25, and then the Vittorio that I had killed was a P11. They all had pretty important perks, to say the least. The Nicolas Cage, you can tell, is a lower level. But yeah, so facing them was fun, and thought you might enjoy that. So that is my first Dead by Daylight game. Hope y'all enjoyed.